SOLIDWORKS is one of the most feature-rich CAD solutions out there. I think we all know that, that's why we're all here. So let's check out what's new in 2023 and with parts and features. On this handle, I want to put the model name, and the best way to do that is always with single line font for inscriptions. And now the wrap tool can handle those single line fonts on our cylindrical surfaces so we can represent that three-dimensionally. Library features have always been great as well to show consistent, repeatable features, but sometimes you may not have the right reference geometry, such as this logo requiring kind of like a rectangular straight edges to position it. Now I can manually modify this so that it's actually cutting some material, can rebuild successfully, instead of modifying the library feature itself. Now the handle here, the grip, is pretty smooth. Let's give it some traction to hold on to. We're going to create a pattern of these ellipses, and in 23 we see the ellipses now have the ability to add that construction geometry. So what does that mean? That means a single click to make horizontal. You know, if we're doing things like dimensioning the overall width, the height, we can use those construction lines to make that dimension with a single selection. Now with this single body, I'm going to go ahead and rotate it around at an angle and stagger it. And I'm going to create that stagger with the move copy body command. Now this feature, typically we couldn't do any equations, but in 23 we can create links to those global variables. And that's going to make iterating through our design much easier using the equation manager. With the automatic rebuild option enabled, I can key in new values here, see that live update on my model, and overall make the best design that I can more efficiently. Now, with all those pattern bodies and the text, I'm definitely creating a lot of detail here that I may not need in the top level assembly. The D-feature tool has always been a great way to remove this extra stuff that just, goes against best practices for large assembly design, and we want to simplify it. And in 23, we can actually create new configurations within the same model. So we're reducing our lifecycle management of these files, that overhead. So now in our assembly, we can switch that active config, and that configuration is derived. So any changes to the default are going to trickle down into my new D-feature derived configuration.